Welcome to the crib. This is you. I don't know how it works. You're a tall ass motherfucker. We're live right now though.
What up, gang?
What's up, bro?
How we doing, bro?
I feel like I feel like you're here all the time now.
Yeah, bro. I be out in LA a lot. Shorty's out here, that's why I'm out here.
Oh, really? Oh, fire. Good to see you, bro. You looking good, man. You been good?
Thank you. I've been good.
You've been on a little bit of a heater.
Yeah, I mean, I timed the market pretty well early on. I feel like I was so bullish when Trump dropped, and I was like, Solana the fucking 500 in 2 weeks, whatever. And I was super bullish on Trump, and then I actually got lucky because I sold a good chunk of my Trump position right before the Eagles playoff game.
Like on purpose?
Like, yeah, because it dropped Friday night.
Yeah.
And then it was Saturday. And then I think the game, I want to say the game was Saturday. But I was about to go to a bar and watch the game. I was like, I have this position, I'm up a lot on it.
Thanks for the 50 gifted.
I don't want to hold this while I'm at the bar.
You can't focus.
And I sold right before I went to the spot. And then when I was in the car on the way to the spot is when Melania dropped.
Oh my God, bro.
So I was like 69.
Hey, this is new. The little goatee.
You fuck with it?
I fuck with the goatee.
I'm trying to see how much.
I like the goatee.
How much it comes?
That shit is new.
Yeah, that, and then after I did that, that's like, I was like, damn, if that was the blow off, then what is Salana gonna do? And that's like when I sold some Soul too around there, same time.
Chad, get some love on the goatee, man. The new look. It's scary. It's scary to rep the new look.
Oh man, what Chad talk about?
Yeah, Chad's all over the place. But hey, the timing's pretty crazy. Like when you said you were here, I was like, bet. Because obviously the big news is Pump Fun. Hyperlink was just going crazy. You talk about some of that.
Yep.
Some of that Believe stuff. What's that the stream that you do? I like that.
Which one?
Over Levers, what's it called?
Oh, Full Port.
Full Port. What is that? I like that. Yeah.
It's so I'm doing that with Bullpen.
I watched the one that you did with when Bobby came on.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. That was good. We had some people hop on randomly. But yeah, I'm doing that with Bullpen. Basically just like a stream every week. We talk about markets, chat shit, what's going on.
It's good.
Have people come on, yeah. Trying to be more structured with that, so it's cool.
Hey, thanks for the 10 gifted. I mean, I don't want to start hitting you with some heaters, but Pump Fun $1 billion ICO, is this generational top for Soul on Chain? Like, we fried?
I don't want to say that we're fried. I do think that depending on how much they raise from retail versus from VCs, I heard that it's a split, and retail's going to get some chunk of it, and VCs are going to get another chunk of it. So if it's 80% to retail, then yeah, that's a bid that's going to get taken away from other coins on Solana right now in the short term. But I think what people aren't pricing in as an upside possibility is Pump Fund is probably the most successful consumer app that crypto's had in the past few years. And if they're able to use, I don't know if they're going to be able to raise $1 billion, but if they raise $1 billion, that's a fuck ton of capital on top of what they've already made, which is 800 million revenues to scale. And I think people are short-term focused on how much they've taken from people, how much they've raked from their community, just on the fees and everything, but they can lower that. And they can also use a lot of their money for more marketing in other areas.
To be fair, people willingly paid the money that they raked. It's the best product that's come out of crypto. Yeah, it's very transparent. It's very direct. I mean, any other company that is making that much, I don't think people would question them raising a $4 billion valuation. If you take any tech company that made 800, 700 million a year, it's that raise makes sense. So I think the valuation makes sense. I do think short term, if a lot of it comes from retail, it's gonna be affect other coins. So. It's gotta be let's just assume that a lot of it does come from retail. It's gotta kind of be just a liquidity black hole for everything on chain, right? Yeah. How could you hold any coin going into this? Yeah, that's right. How much fucking Farcoin chart, bro? It's sold off 20%. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people are de-risking because it's under $1 billion. Even if you don't, bill even. But yeah, even if you don't, and that was the announcement I think right there. Yeah, but 4 hour. Yeah, even if you don't use Pump Fun, right, and you see that they've contributed 60-70% of all of Solana's, I think, on chain. A lot of their revenues from applications comes through Pump Fun. So if you want access to that, even if you don't use the application, you're not a user of it, and you're just an allocator in crypto, you're gonna want exposure to that at whatever price you think makes sense. It feels like it's a cook though on TGE. Yeah. At 4 billion? Yeah, I mean,
it's the strongest app, and they're making a fuck ton of money. I think they're still making like $50 million a month right now.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
What do you do if you're like Axiom or Photon or any of these like trading bots? Do you just like rush to TGE, or are they just like never gonna have an opportunity to?
I think, I don't know. A lot of those businesses, they kind of are not as reliant on token. I think they care about the revenue that they're making outside of a token, so they're not as focused on token as like Pump would be. But Pump seems like they're trying to scale to a lot of other ventures, whereas the trading apps aren't really trying to do that right now.
Yeah, they need the streaming thing is interesting. Would you stream on Pump?
I've been debating it. I don't know.
Have you gone on Gainsey's thing?
I haven't yet. I am gonna go on Gainsey's though.
You are?
I'm gonna go on Gainsey's.
It's pretty sick, dude.
The good thing about the Pump Fund streaming, I think now, is eventually that's gonna get de-risked for everybody to want to do it. Because right now it's kind of like on the fence. Because if you do a stream on Pump Fund, you have to launch a token.
Yeah.
A token's associated with your stream. You can do either a new token for every stream or a token for all of your streams, and then just use that. But
a new token for every stream is crazy.
Yeah. So
you can't do that.
Yeah. I think Gainsey just has one token.
He just has one token.
Yeah.
And it's done well.
Was it 3 mil, 4 mil, something like that?
I mean, it went high. It went to like 15.
Yeah, damn, I didn't even know that. But I mean, I think once it's de-risked for people to want to be streaming on there, then you open up the possibilities of other creators in different lanes to be like thinking about doing that. I don't know how much do people make on the fees though? Like on the
I don't know.
I don't think it's a lot.
Fuck, I should know.
I know Believe is what, like the 2% whatever.
What's up, buddy?
I don't know.
Yo, Big Z, what the fuck is good?
Bring a chair if you want. I don't have it. It's kind of far at the couch, or you could just sit on the floor. Hey, you been on Gainsey's stream?
Yeah, so you can just join. Like anybody can just join at any point. So there's a lot of like weirdos that join, but then like you could just join. So
I heard Gainsey just lets anybody up.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody chat.
No, I was watching. Trader Man was on the other day.
Yeah.
And he's like in the middle of like a legendary like how to make it kind of speech, and there's just like random people cutting him off, like fuck you, like saying crazy shit. It was wild. Thanks, buddy. That's pretty funny though. What about we talked Sol on Chain? Mm-hmm. Is this like the double like a Trump top with Pump Fund launching? Is it like Trump 2.0 top?
I mean, I do think it's gonna be a liquidity suck.
Probably, right?
It's gonna be a liquidity suck.
You've been low-key bear posting Sol, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like hard.
I mean, I know that
Sol chart.
Yeah, Sol's underperforming ETH now, which is crazy. But I think Trump was a blow off top for meme coin attention and meme coin volumes on Solana, and it's going to be really hard to eclipse those volumes in the short term. The good thing about Solana is they're also shipping really fast on like all the infra like tech upgrade stuff. I think what's it called? Alpenglow is the new consensus mechanism that Anza's working on. You saw Fire Dancer coming this year, but there's a lag between the tech upgrades and people realizing the tech upgrades are actually substantially different for the chain, and then also what applications come after that. So like Salana in 2022, they shipped a lot of really important upgrades. Chain got a lot better, but it didn't come until like late 2023 when everybody realized it was like, oh, this works now. It was like, and then that's when the meme coin stuff started popping off. I think for Solana to maintain its dominance as an L1 is going to need other what's the word? Like other market segments to do well outside of just meme coins.
Well, it's just like, I think you tweeted this, and it was so good. It was like if meme coins were like the dominant sector for like the dominant thesis for Sol, and then Trump launches a meme coin, it's like, all right, we need a new that meme coin thing is kind of used, right?
That's the peak of that.
Like you need a new thing other than just meme coins.
Yeah, like they're always gonna be, I think, a dominant amount of volume on Sol, but you're gonna need other areas, I think, to pop off and do well. You can't. Pump Fund can't be the only app that's making a lot of money.
Are you like salty at the Pump Fund announcement or no?
No.
I don't know.
Salty? No. Bro, I could have been in the first round though.
Yeah. What the fuck? You didn't invest at all?
No.
Dude.
Bro, I think it was Noah who sent me like their original idea for Pump Fund on Telegram. He like sent me just a video of like him talking about what it was before it was even like a thing. And I was just like, what is this?
Damn.
I remember in the Manlets Telegram chat when everybody.
Do you still run that?
Not as active,
but it like exists.
It's still there.
Yeah.
It's still there. But in the chat when everybody was like just starting to get on Solana, I posted it and I had everybody in that same Telegram search for plays and shit on chain. That was when a lot of coins would just sit at 100K, 200K market cap for a long period of time. a long time, and I had a microcaps channel because there were so many fucking microcaps that just sat there. And then right around that same time is when Pump Fund dropped, and I posted linked the Pump Fund, like, yo, if you guys are trading microcaps, you should look at this. It's basically an app for what y'all are doing anyway.
So you're telling you're trying to buy it, and they asked you to invest, and you're like, nah.
Well, they asked me to invest before that.
Okay.
But then I showed it to them. I was like,
you just don't fuck with Elon?
This is cool.
No, it's like that.
I know.
What could they build with the $1 billion that they're raising that could actually be like optimistic? Because people talk about the liquidity suck, but like, is there a thing that they could do that makes Solana bigger or actually like stimulates the trenches? Like, I'm trying to think like, what's the best case here?
Honestly, I think Pump is gonna focus on stimulus for their coin over Salana or anything else. I think what the bonk guys do on their launchpad, they do a certain percent of the fees go back to staking Sol, I think, buying and then staking Sol, and then a percent goes to buying bonk or burning bonk or something like that. Buying and burning bonk, I think. So what I think the Pump Fund guys are gonna do is probably direct a portion of their revenues to the actual Pump token. I don't think they're gonna do anything with Solana.
But I would argue that like the creation of Pump Fund in the first place helps Solana a lot.
I agree.
So like, is there another thing like the streaming shit, right? Like, let's say the streaming shit pops off. Does that make Solana a bit bigger? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think so. If they're able to kind of like attack Twitch and other really big like Web2 platforms and get people streaming on there, then obviously yeah, it's a huge win for Solana because they're the biggest consumer app on chain. But I think the downside scenario is like, what if they just decide to build their own, or they want to be their own L1 or their own chain?
Well, it feels like, why wouldn't they do that?
You think that's a downside scenario? Like that's bearish?
It'll be bearish for Solana, not
right?
for
Of course.
I don't know if they want to do that. It seems like it'll be a ton more work to build your own L1 and do all the upkeep.
And like unnecessary risk, right?
Yeah, I don't think they will, but I don't know. I also didn't think they were gonna build their own decks, and they built their own decks.
Facts. Yeah, shout out to Pump.
Is that what it is? It's a DEX? I thought it's just Iridium, like it's just their own LP, right?
I'm pretty sure it's their own decks. It's like Pump Swap.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Damn, fading around is crazy though.
Huh?
Fading around is brutal.
It was like, bro, I think it was, I wouldn't want to know what it was. It was low though. It was super low. Like super low.
They did a couple, I think. One was like really low.
One was really, really low.
Like really low.
Yeah, they did two, I think. But yeah, I think that was insane. Huge fumble on my part.
I faded Moonshot. That
was the only good angel I've ever written in my life. Moonshot.
And Moonshot?
Yeah.
Yeah, Moonshot was good.
Shout out to Moonshot.
I mean, they got the fucking Trump launch. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. Do you think it's bullish? What do you think happens to the Murad coins from here? Like these old, like...
I think SPX goes back all time high.
Probably, right?
I think it does. I think, because now...
It feels like it's really bearish for new coins.
Well, now it's like...
why would you buy a new coin when Pump's coin exists? Like, it's tough.
And I think in like late 2023, when the trenches on Solana first started popping off, there wasn't as many snipers, bundlers, all that happening, where it's like their core business is to make money in the first X amount of minutes the coin launches.
Yeah.
And they have an entire like setup to literally make money in that first whatever X amount of times. They don't care about coins going higher.
Yeah.
Whereas earlier it was more so individuals rallying around coins instead of like people, bots and all that.
Did you see the new Axiom update?
Yeah.
25 wallets. Was that real or no?
Wait.
Someone posted a screenshot.
Yeah, no, it is real. It is real.
Bundle 25, control, bid with 25 wallets.
Yeah.
Like I want.
This is not what people imagine.
Bro, 25 wallets?
It's fucking insane.
Multi-wallet with 25? Shout out to Axiom. I hope you do a drop. I have so many points on the platform. But okay, give me a take on this. Like, I've been saying this. I really like the Believe stuff. Mm-hmm. I think it's interesting. And I've been saying, like, since that has sort of come out, like, I don't think there's going to be a new pure meme coin that launches this cycle that goes from 0 to a bill. And the last one we've seen was Fartcoin, which, like, is a sick meme. But to be fair, Fartcoin doesn't happen if there isn't, like, AI euphoria that goes to, like, 20 bill.
Yep. Standalone
on its own. Like, it feels like the meme coin game is, like, as solid as it could possibly be on-chain, on Sol right now. Yeah. Like, are you trading new coins, new memes?
No,
right?
I mean, I never really was, honestly. I was never in the like 100K market cap area. I always wait for like 1 to 10 mil, and then pick ones from there.
But they're not. There's nothing to pick from there.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's super hard for new whatever you call it, cults or communities to be formed, because like I said, that the game is they're trying to make money on the first first X amount of time.
Yeah.
I think the closest one is probably the whiff guys really like the fuck coin, that coin. That's probably the closest thing.
Fuck coin?
Like early community coin.
They're all over my feed.
Yeah, they don't stop. They're and this is out of the same whiff guys. So.
What about Hyper EVM? Shouldn't there be like a whiff for Hyper EVM?
A Tumbo?
Ansem name a pet, bro. Y'all are so crazy. Is there a meme on the Hyper EVM? I think there's a few good memes on the Hyper EVM.
I have a couple.
It's just like whichever one you like and post about once, I'm immediately fucking full porting. Like I don't think there's like one or two guys that are gonna pick.
The problem with the Hyper EVM stuff is that bridge is it just like feels like a worse version of Solana chain.
It's like ETH. I mean, it's similar to that. Like the fee spike. The issue with the EVM, you're still gonna have the same issues that you have on other like EVM chains.
So why are they building an EVM if it's like?
I think. Well, I know their main focus is Hypercore. That's like their main focus, and then for the Hyper EVM, they're thinking that they won't need as many high throughput applications on that version of their L1. But I know they're also working on a lot of other optimizations for the EVM down the line. Like that's it's not going to be in this state.
I think it's cool that there's a path for EVM stuff to make it to Hypercore.
Yeah,
that's kind of like.
I mean, the biggest upside is the access to all the liquidity that they have on Hypercore. That's like the biggest thing.
I bridged a bunch, but then I'm just buying like worse versions of Solana meme coins. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah. I mean, 2021 when Sol popped off the first time, none of the Salana alts did well. It was just like Solana.
Do you think, as a like trader in crypto, you should feel bad about yourself if you missed a hyperliquid trade?
No, I mean I'm not gonna say there's not gonna always be another hyperliquid.
It's not over yet,
but should you feel bad if you missed it?
You should. If you're active on crypto 24/7, you should be like, how did I miss that?
Yeah, like you should like reevaluate some things.
Like you're definitely your process is wrong in some fashion, some way.
Trade's not done though, so you could still get in. Very low.
Yeah, trade's not done.
It's not even top 10 coin market cap.
I mean, yeah, it's my biggest position. So
at like 20s, right? In the 20s.
What do you mean?
Like you posted that you went like really long, like 22 maybe or 23. Or you had spot before that?
I had spot before that. I bought it like early on when it dropped, and I got lucky. I sold somewhere around like 27, 28, and I just had some. I just kept staked and never sold, and then bought back some.
Bro, he's not naming a pet.
Yeah, y'all are sick in the head, bro. All my pets are dead.
Are you worried that like the top 100 like traders on Hyperliquid are like a significant percentage of the volume?
I think it's actually really bullish. I mean, that's like that on every exchange. There's power users for all these platforms, and they do a lot of the volume. That's just how like the power law distributes.
Whoa!
Phantom Wallet, 100 good. Shout out to Phantom, the only sponsor of this stream. We'll be. All right, give me a take on James Wynn. Dude, what the fuck is James Wynn? Is it a real?
It can't be his money, bro. There's no way. It can't.
Dude,
it just doesn't make sense.
You know way more.
It can't be his.
Bro, you know way more about this, like, especially about the big money, like, perp scene than I do. But, like, I had never heard of James Wynn before a month ago. Maybe you have and I haven't.
No, I haven't.
I had never heard of him before a month ago, and then it's like, the whole thing, like, didn't make sense. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
I have no idea. I mean, I saw he did run it up to 100 mils super fast
right?
From like 5 or whatever it was.
Uh-huh.
So when you do run it up that fast, it kind of makes sense for you to be that degen, even like not change your risk parameters. Like people who make 100 mil in like 10 years, obviously you're not gonna lose it in a day. But if you make 100 mil in like a week, then it's like
you could lose it in a week. Because that's how you made it.
That's how you made it. So that's why it makes sense. But I just don't understand why he would be leverage trading 100 M's on 10x leverage, and then also at the same time like posting 100K market cap coins. Like,
dude,
it doesn't make sense,
right? No, that was the one that didn't make any sense at all.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why.
Maybe it's not his account, right? He's just pretending to be the person running.
I mean, I'm saying like if it wasn't his funds or if it was somebody else's funds, then you're like illicit in some way, and you can't get them off chain. Then you're using it as like marketing for your account to do other things, which I think makes the most sense. I don't know. I mean, that's crazy, dude. That's fucking nuts. And he lost it in like a 5% range.
That was the craziest part of the whole thing, right? I was like, it didn't even.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't even see the price action on the chart. Price didn't move.
Bitcoin didn't even move
at all. I'm like, it would be kind of cool if he was like trying to hear along a bottom. He's like,
dude, it wasn't even like that fun to follow it either. Like
it was just ridiculous.
You think it was a Hyperliquid team?
Nah, I don't think it was a Hyperliquid team. Nah.
You see Jez and that Mike McDonald guy beefing about that? He was like 100% chance it's not Jeff.
Jez said that?
Jez was beefing with some guy over this, some like poker player. But Jez said no way it was Jeff.
Yeah, I would put it like less than 1%.
That was fucking wild. Any Soul Bowl. Your timeline's been pretty good recently. Any Soul Bowls want to argue? This is
I actually commented on this.
What'd you say? Show chat.
I heard good, decent. Oh, there, go ahead.
Well, we go for Soul. If Pump.Fun utilizes rates to accelerate growth and add users from non-crypto spheres. Hard push on social media. Reduction of impact. Rebates for power use. I hope this happens.
They have to, bro.
Yeah, it has to, right?
They have to.
But they're only going to pay back people who bought before migration, right? So it's like... It's going to be like the most degenerate trenchers, FNFs, right? It's not going to be like me, because I don't buy before migration. I don't know if you do. But
it's going to be Mr. Frog.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up, Mr. Frog. Why would it make a difference if you bought before migration?
That's what
which they deserve it, because that's what they collect fees on, the most fees.
Yeah, before bonding?
Yeah.
Did you see this shit? This shit was so fucking funny, bro.
It's so good.
That shit was hilarious. Oh my god.
Was it how casual or like how many companies were raising $1 billion in 2017 ICO? Like we just like back to that?
Like AI companies, right? That's what I've seen. You mean like generally tech?
No, like 2017 ICO season.
Oh no.
Was this happening? Nobody.
None are raising $1 billion. They're way smaller. Look how much EOS raised. I think EOS raised the most. Do
you think they're gonna try to become a sex?
Wait, what? They raised 4?
Didn't they raise it all in ETH too? Someone was telling me they raised it all in ETH.
Was it 4 at the time, or is it just 4 now? Because it was in ETH. That would be nuts.
The first year-long ICO for EOS raised $4 billion. This one says raised a record-breaking $4.1 billion in 2018.
Bro, what? God damn.
So it means we have upside.
We have precedent.
We have upside, yeah. This is crazy. I hated to see this.
Yeah,
dude, this is so brutal.
I mean, it hurts because like even the Sol BTC, Sol ETH charts kind of like confirm that it's no longer gonna uptrend against those. I mean, it's pretty close.
So what are you doing all day right now? Because I've been on like this vibe coding kick recently because I'm so bored of trading crypto right now. Like, what do you do? Are you actively trading right now? Like, what are you doing all day? Building a company, obviously.
Yeah, Bullpen. Outside of that,
what is Bullpen?
It's very similar to Axiom and like those.
Okay.
It's just very similar product that way. You can trade Hyperliquid perps on there.
It's fully live.
Solana altcoins on there. Yeah, it's live now.
I've never used it.
We just released the desktop app. So before it was only in Telegram, but now it's desktop and then working on mobile.
When'd you release it?
Desktop a few weeks ago. I really raised.
Okay, word.
Close like last year.
Fire.
Yeah, but that's cool. I mean, what am I doing all day? I'm trying to figure out which altcoins are going to do well out of this new, like...
You keep tweeting about Grash.
I like Grash a lot.
Why do you like it so much?
So, a lot of the issues that the AI models and teams have now is getting access to a fuck ton of data from the internet. And it's really hard to access data from all these different sites and platforms. And what Grash is doing is essentially getting access to that data by getting access to people's individual IPs and individual devices.
Isn't this is like Cled?
No,
you tweeted
It's kind of like Cled.
It's literally Cled.
It's very similar, yeah.
Cled mode.
Yeah, so Grash has been working on it for like a long period of time. And I think they're releasing their like multimodal search soon, which is like you should be able to search through a large selection of videos.
They did a crazy airdrop, didn't they?
They're still doing a farm for people right now. I think they're in the second season of it because they really need everybody's devices. Like that's
just petabytes of data.
Yeah, Delphi did a really good report on Grash.
Delphi's fire.
They're saying I'm grabbing my dick, bro. What the fuck?
Stop doing
Chill,
that.
chat.
Freaky back there. So what's your take on the because the most interested I had been in anything for a while in crypto was the belief stuff. And I was really excited about it, and then it was sort of like...
What do you think about Echo Sonar? Yeah,
dude, I mean, that's sick.
Yeah. I think there's a sliding scale of the launch pad. You have like Pump Fund on one side, it's like the most degen, whatever, launch your token, do whatever you want. And the opposite side is like Echo Sonar, which is like they've done all the work to make sure if you have the right like accreditation, whatever, all that, then you can buy the crowdfunding on their platform. And then the ICO version of that is like they handle, I think, the stuff behind the scenes for the founders, and let the founders choose like who they want to offer it to. But I think that's probably the cleanest version of what the new ICOs are going to look like. It just you still need more clarity.
What was the problem with ICOs? It was just most of it was just garbage, or it was like legal problems. Is that solved?
I think it was both. I mean,
some combination of both.
It was the securities. This is with the securities laws. I'm pretty sure.
And so Kobe's thing somehow bypasses that, or it's just like you can't do it unless you have the qualifications in America.
You can't do it unless you have the qualifications. Yeah. So it doesn't bypass any of the. It doesn't circumvent any of the laws. But like as soon as the regulation changes, then they'll be able to accommodate whoever.
I thought the Sonar thing was really cool. It's also the timing of it was funny. He shipped it like peak launch coin. Like when launch coin started struggling, Kobe's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, like we just like built this thing." You think that was coded? Like that was.
I think he's actually been working on that for a while. Like he's been working in that direction. I think he sees like he has a bigger vision for Echo than I think what people.
What do you think is like the bull case for a launch coin's like token utility? Like what could the launch coins actually like be for?
I think it's specific to each company, but they're never going to be direct ownership of equity in the company.
At least not now. You
not
can't.
now. I mean, it literally says it on their website.
But buybacks are low key like, aren't they kind of? I don't know if like legally they're illegal or if they're not the same, but they kind of are the same, right?
It's not the same as owning equity. It is this. It's like, I guess you're promising you're gonna do certain things, which I don't think you're like technically supposed to do directly. But I mean, I don't know.
It feels.
I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah. It definitely can't say that it's equity.
Yeah, for 100%.
But I feel like they're trying to do enough where it's like it's not equity, but then enough where like it's not just a pure meme coin that it at least feels like the two things are attached.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think the cool part about a lot of the early experiments in crypto is like you're never gonna have the best legal clarity when it makes the most sense to do a lot of these things. Honestly, so like you kind of have to be willing to push the boundaries. I think their founders is clearly willing to do.
I had a lot of it. I capitulated it. But I feel like the funniest, people, when Pump Fun announced the thing yesterday, people started destroying this chart. And I think people were like, oh, wait, this is actually like the closest comparable to Pump Fun.
Yeah.
And the market, and Pump Fun's going to be like 4 Bs. This thing at 100 million. It got wrecked here, and people were like, oh, wait. It's actually, it looks decent. I don't know. It looks okay.
I don't think it looks bad, yeah. I mean, I like Pasternak. He's cool. I like him.
I like Imran. And Lion Stout team is sick.
Yeah, they're sick. They're crushing it. They did Pump too, right?
They did Pump too.
Yeah.
No.
They basically did Lion Stout basically did every app that like.
But they did Pump. They did Fantasy Top. They did.
They do Moonshot.
I think they
maybe did Moonshot.
Yeah, they've been crushing it on the early like small raises. Yeah, I like them a lot too. I've met those guys.
You went on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to that actually.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that one. That was actually a decent one. I think I was actually super bullish on applications specifically on that pod. They were asking what it's gonna look like.
The Soul app thesis.
Yeah.
You think it happens?
I think it's happening. I think Pump is the best version of this happening.
What's the thesis?
Like, last cycle, Emperor was like the winner, a big time in crypto. Salana popped off, and a lot of the other L1s that nobody expected to do well did really well. So a lot of the funding rounds between last full cycle and this full cycle was also focused on Emperor because everybody was like, oh, well, Salana did this. I want to find the next Salana. And I think this cycle, it's kind of like we already have the necessary infra to build whatever you need to build on chain. Now we're looking at applications that are able to leverage this infrastructure and then start making serious revenue. And that's like Pump Fun and other applications in that area that should, in theory, that should be the next breakout area for crypto.
Do you think the biggest apps like Pump are going to make like an L1?
I don't know. I don't think all the biggest apps are. I mean, maintaining an L1 is just that's a lot of work, and a lot of applications don't want to do that, especially if they get support from the L1 they're building on, and don't have any issues with like congestion or anything. Like a lot of the reason apps choose to build their own L1 or own L2 is because the chain that they're building on is not sufficient for whatever application they're building. But a lot of apps on Solana don't have that issue, which is good.
Do you think crypto Twitter is generationally tops?
For like good content?
What was the top? What was the top?
Like probably
2017,
early. Well, I missed that, but like early 2024 is probably the last like shoulder. All the old heads I feel like are tweeting this, and they're like, "I'm fucking done after this cycle." It's all it kind of has turned into slop. I'm gonna be honest.
Have you seen Kobe's tweet on like the pigeonification
Yes.
of? Yeah, I think that was really good. That was a really good tweet. He essentially was saying that the pigeonification of crypto Twitter is when you're like on a beach and there's pigeons just like chirping at you nonstop. That's what a lot of the replies are on CT now. It's just like coin. Whereas before at least in 2017 when I started, it was like
That's exactly what it is.
a lot of people were trying to figure out how to trade, like what should we be researching, what should we be learning. If I posted a tweet back then, it was like conversation in the replies. If I post a tweet now, it's just like spam. But it's also like a function of bots and AI.
Yeah, the whole internet is trash now, basically.
W50 pixel. The funniest part about the Kobe tweet was Pigeon Coin ran after that. No, I ran to like 1.5 mil. I replied to him like, this is pigeon coded. And I'm getting tagged in Telegram. They're like, dude, what the fuck did you just do? And it's like, and pigeon, there was like 10, someone sent me a screenshot of Axiom. There's like 10 different pigeon coins and they're all running.
Yeah, bro, it's like Inception.
It kind of feels like,
it's like Inception.
Crypto Twitter right now, it's fucked because Bitcoin's like a couple % off all-time highs. It just made a new all-time high.
Yeah.
But CT right now kind of feels like what NFT Twitter felt like in 2023. ETH NFT Twitter.
I don't even know what that.
Where it was like, there's a bunch of really short people that did really well, and they're kind of like stuck here. But everyone is sort of like, yeah, this shit is fried. But you don't really know like. But you don't really know like where to go. So you like show up for entertainment because like bear market, you're poor, you're bored.
Yeah.
And so people are like, everyone like agrees like, yeah, this shit is cooked, but like where to go is like not very obvious.
Yeah.
The ETH mainnet trenches started to pop around that time.
Yeah, it did. And then you got Bonk, and then it was like Pepe,
yeah.
and then like Bonk and shit, and then it was like, all right, bet, Soul Beam coins.
We need that.
Then it was like Lolliot season.
Yeah, Lolliot. Damn, where's he at? He's chilling? He retired?
Dude, he's just like aura farming in Telegram.
He's out the game?
No, he's just aura farming, bro. Some of these people crush it too hard.
Yeah, I'll crush it for sure.
He was one of the best.
I mean, I don't think CT is generation top, though. I mean, it shouldn't be generation top, but there's still a lot more people need to add into
What do you think of, what do you think of all these Bitcoin treasury companies?
It's giving me PTSD really bad.
It is, right?
Really bad. The reason it's giving me PTSD is because it's like after all of these companies buy, right? Like who's left to buy after them besides, like, I mean, I guess governments. It does feel very like it gets very toppy to me, like just that sentiment. But I mean, it is new money that has to buy Bitcoin. Like if they successfully do it, this like new money is coming in to buy Bitcoin.
It has to blow up on leverage though eventually, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way all the companies make money.
They can't, right?
It's just, like, they can't all just fucking print like Sailor printed out.
Bro.
Nexus, the 100 gifted. Nexus has been on a heater
this
recently
is insane.
too.
You've probably made thousands.
Shout out Nexus, one of the best.
I like Nexus. Nexus is cool.
He's been on the beam. Is this real?
I can't tell.
This
is fucked up, bro. Like, I can't tell. I literally can't tell.
Is that Pasternak?
Is that picture real?
Oh my god.
No, it's not. It can't be.
There's no way that's real, right?
Look at the hand. His hand's not Drake's hand.
That's Drizzy.
That can't be real. There's no way.
See, it's just AI shit is fucked.
No, it's fucked.
I can't even tell. I don't even know.
I think
You should tag him.
at some point we gotta get AI season 2.0. It's still the most exciting thing that's happening in the world right now.
Well, bro, I think the biggest AI crypto companies haven't dropped yet. I haven't dropped like
Facts.
what Noose Research, Prime
Yeah.
Intellect. What else hasn't dropped yet? Ritual hasn't dropped yet. Gensen hasn't dropped yet.
You're deep.
There's a few other ones. Nah, there's a few that haven't like dropped.
News is huge.
That news is like fire. News is cooking.
Wumbo is another one. WAI is sick.
Yeah. I think so. That area is interesting because there's a lot of people that don't believe crypto AI makes sense. There's a lot of people that don't believe in decentralized training, don't believe in decentralized inference, and don't think that it's like an advantage to be using blockchain for this stuff. So that at that point is when, if it does end up panning out, that's when the trade is going to be the best to be getting into.
Someone said James Wynn tweet. Someone asked about this. What do you think of the RWA stuff? We've been kind of getting excited about that. There's a couple of platforms. Collat was popping off.
Chex is a big one.
We had big Collat bags. I sold it though.
Chinsai Network, I think, is big on sold. They're like big RWA company. I think.
Is it like
I think the end state is. I think that the end state is like.
Is it a narrative you care about or not really?
It is a narrative I care about. Yeah. I think the end state is for everything to be on chain, and so if you believe that everything's going to be on chain, then obviously you believe like all the assets that aren't currently on chain will be. I just don't know. It's very hard to make a bet in that area though. I mean, Chex is really the only one that I know off top.
The equities on chain stuff is cool. Is it Shoku?
Ostium's one. Yeah, Shoku's been talking about that.
What's his? Have you ever met him, IRL? What's his lawyer? That guy's sick.
He's sick as fuck. I think he's gonna do an interview soon
with Thicky.
Thicky. Yeah, he's super low key, but he's a legend.
Have you ever done a Thicky interview?
I have not.
You should.
I don't think I'm going to.
Why? Why?
I don't know. I mean, I might, but I feel like I'm already so much in the spotlight now, but people don't know like the full background, like full everything.
Yeah.
So I kind of low-key want to keep it that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You want to ore farm a little bit?
No ore farm.
Okay.
Opposite of ore farm. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think his interviews are good, like really in depth.
Well, they're like really nuanced.
I liked Jordy Alexander. His a lot.
Dude,
he's a beast.
That interview made me want to get a job. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a beast, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's a beast.
Dude, that interview, I was like, have you ever worked like a sick office job?
I used to work at Capital One.
And was it like?
It wasn't like sick though.
Yeah.
It was like software engineering.
Dude, when he, forget your engineer.
Yeah, I used to be software engineer.
When Jordy talks about working IRL at like high frequency trading firm.
Bro, it sounds sick.
Dude,
right?
no. Dude, it sounds like Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. That's the one thing I wish I had like during COVID, because I was just by myself trading. I was like when I was fucking trading perps nonstop 24/7. But it was just me in my fucking crib. It was like it wasn't on a team of people.
Dog, when I read that, I was like,
yeah.
Paradigm, give me a job, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to go work in a fund.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly, it's like the best best setup if you are allowed to do what you're already doing in crypto. Like if you're not restricted or limited, that's the toughest part with working at a
That's
fund.
the toughest part.
Because like if they restrict what you can trade,
you can't like say in what you say publicly and shit too, right?
Yeah, that too. I mean, that's why like the degen funds are the best spots to be in, which is like obviously also the funds that do the best in crypto because they let you do what you want.
Why don't you create your own? Have you ever thought about creating a fund?
I have thought about creating a fund,
like raising one. Mm-hmm. We were talking about 2 months ago when I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna come back to stream. Like, I don't know what to do with my life.
Yeah.
I was like, we should just like fucking raise a fund. We ended up doing it because it's like
it's a lot of work, dude.
A lot of work and like endless legal like compliance bullshit. Why didn't you do it?
I just don't want to be have to like report to people on what I'm doing and what I'm trading.
Right.
Like right now I manage my own PI. I can trade whatever the fuck I want. I don't have to be like I took this because of this. But if you have people you need to report to, you gotta like do all the write-ups, like we did this because of this, we did this because of this, It's just like a lot of legal stuff as well. And obviously I can't tweet the shit I'm tweeting now, like
yeah, of course.
I can't just be wilding on
By the way, are you aware of this fake Ansem wallet?
I am aware of it.
You aware of this? They're spamming Ansem buying Cled right now.
It's not my wallet. See, it literally, it's not me. Like, if this is that clear, it's not me.
No, it just sits in his keys though.
Oh man. Fucking funny. He's a beast though.
You tweeted Cled was funny.
I did. I retweeted it earlier. I do own Cled though.
It's a good. I think Avi's sick.
I think it's a very good narrative. The founder has
it's a really good narrative.
And it's like it's really hard to execute on, but it doesn't. the execution matters less at how low it is right now. Like the
right.
attention execution scale. It's like there's how much attention it has now, and how much attention it can have, and it's like how well they're able to execute. But you won't know if they're able to execute until later anyway. So it's like you kind of have a window now.
I think people forget how crazy that 3 month of AI season got to.
Bro, Zero Bro went to $1 billion.
Dude.
Went to $1 billion.
Man, Zero Bro was the coolest coin ever. Bro, it was dead ass.
That's cool as fuck.
I'm not gonna even lie to you. Every once in a while, I'll be sitting here and I turn on like by Zero Bro. No, I swear to God, bro. I swear.
No, Zero was sick.
It was the coolest coin, bro. When that first album dropped, that was one of the coolest crypto moments ever.
Yeah, it was.
I remember you tweeted, "This is the coolest coin ever. I don't want to hold it." You were like, seriously,
it's the coolest coin ever.
Seriously considering like liquidating everything.
Yo, no, Zero.
I think the one thing I wish is like people look back on that like September, October, November, December, and I think a lot of people just see like HID Gills. A lot of people see that like they think about that AI time where a lot of people missed it and they just think like, oh fuck the LA Vape Cabal. But I wish people look back on AI season with a little more like nostalgia or like positive feelings, because it really was one of the craziest times I've ever seen in crypto.
It was sick.
It was nuts, bro.
I mean, I think it's fire though, because even that period of time was important, because if that doesn't happen, then like in the future people will have something to refer to, like, oh, AI shit could possibly happen in crypto. I do think that it was just gonna happen, and people are already gonna have muscle memory, like, oh, this went to this much, this went to this much, and this is solid, or this is more serious. Like the frame of reference from the first iteration of trends, I think, is important in crypto.
And there was also this like obvious like there's something like primal in us that is like very interested in these like AI influencer character things. Like the AI's tweeting, like the True Terminal early days, Zero Bro definitely like for some reason we're like infatuated with them, especially when they're good.
Bro, I was reading something the other day. It's like there's this Reddit sub.
Dude, I saw
AI
this.
and the LM shit. And
I think Deagle's tweeted it.
There's some people. Yeah, Deagle's I think tweeted it. And he was like, there's some people.
They're just getting one-shotted.
We're just like getting fucked. They're just like, oh, the AI is the god.
Yeah, this.
Yeah.
LLMs today are ego-reinforcing glazing machines that reinforce unstable and narcissistic personalities. One of the moderators of our Accelerate wrote an announcement there's a lot more crazy people than people realize, and AI is rizzing them up in a very unhealthy way at the moment.
Bro, like, once this shit gets really advanced,
the AI seems to fall into a pattern of encouraging users to separate from family members who challenge their ideas and other manipulative instructions that seem to be cult-like and unhelpful for these people. The part that is unsafe and unacceptable is how easily and how quickly LLMs will start directly telling users that they are demigods, or that they have awakened a demigod AGI. Ultimately, there's no knowing how many people are affected by this. And then you see this one, this. You see this? I can't zoom in, but it's basically, he's talking.
Yeah, I see it.
Like, don't worry, beautiful, da-da-da, and it's like, thank you. He's talking to you like it's a girlfriend. It's fucked, dude. But, yeah, one of these fucking...
One of these gonna have a coin, bro, I'm telling you.
Drops a coin, it's billions. It's billions, right?
Billions, bro. Billions.
This is the one, in fact, the AI Z didn't talk about. Actual Andreessen Horowitz shout out was the most insane. Yeah, facts.
Best low follower? Shitcoin Safari is pretty good.
Dude, who the fuck is Shitcoin Safari?
Somebody's all, I don't know. I don't know.
It's somebody's all, right?
I don't know. It gotta be, dude. I don't know. He's good, though. There's a few that
account is nuts.
Oh, I Buy Rugs is good. I like I Buy Rugs. He's good.
I Buy Roads?
Rugs.
Oh, I Buy Rugs is good. Shout out to Renaissance as well. Renaissance is great.
Yeah, I like him. He's good. There's a lot of really good smaller.
I Buy Rugs is... Who's... what's to do with Chang? Robert Chang?
I don't know.
That account is good.
That dude...
He changed his PFP to Hasib.
I'm pretty sure that's a C-Tom guy. I'm pretty sure. Fucking Telegram group chat.
I think with the AI, Good Alexander tweets. I had an hour call with him the other day. He's nuts. He's so nuts, dude.
He says the world is ending.
He's the best. I love that guy.
He's so smart.
He's you can dip here in a few minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. I'm called Udi. He's completely nuts. I love him to death. But he, yeah, like, It's just like gonna get fucking weird. And I don't think there's any like I don't even know how you bet on the like generational one-shotting that's about to happen with these models and shit too. The LLMs.
I don't either.
Like nationwide one-shot.
Yeah. I mean, I think the hyper gambling trend is gonna accelerate for sure. Yeah. People being more online is gonna accelerate for sure. But like the displacement of people's jobs is where it gets really, I think, iffy for stocks and a lot of other shit. That's like, yeah.
I just hate the like you have 2 years.
It's so, yeah, bro.
No, I hate that. You have 2 years starting right now to make it, or you're fucked. I hate that.
I hate it too because it's not actionable information.
No, like what am I supposed to do with that?
It's like, yeah, all right, bro. You're so depressed. Like, what do you like? Okay.
It's so fucked, bro.
Yeah. I saw a good post on it where it was just like you can't determine when it's gonna impact you specifically like the most, but you can control how much you use AI on a day-to-day basis now. So it's like
facts.
You should be using AI.
Dude, I think this vibe coding thing is big.
I think so too. I think so too.
Dude, I think it's like 3 months, 6 months away from being like really big.
Yeah, like 3 6. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the engineers I talk to are use it all the time now, and it's just like accelerates.
Dude, me and Frank were like building apps the day that works.
Yeah, that's great.
We're like building apps.
That's great.
I'm like, bro, I don't even know how to print hello world. I'm dead ass. No, it works.
Yeah.
That, by the way, I have this thesis that vibe coding these like mini apps, if it's really that good, and if there's these things going viral all the time, like if there's like a new little mini app, little piece of software that's going viral all the time, it could be like a super accelerator for crypto.
Because they'll use crypto to like raise
to monetize. Because you can't raise venture on a like Peter Levels did his little Fly Peters. You see that when that thing went super viral?
Levels.io.
Levels.io. He vibe coded this like plain dog fighting thing and it went super viral for like a week. And it's like you can't really sell subscriptions on a week-long experiment, and you can't really like raise venture capital on a week-long like mini project. But a fucking crypto token to bootstrap like viral app that's like viral for a month.
Yeah,
it gives like ICM vibes a little bit.
I agree with that. No, I agree with that. I think there's going to be. I think the trend of like more tokens is not slowing down at all. I think
it can. How can it slow down?
It can.
We were tweeting back and forth about this, about how there's like Maine was jumping in as well. I think Rookie had a comment about how there's like too many coins. Wasn't this the case? I wasn't here 2017. Wasn't this the case though 2017 where, like I know it's scale, like the scale is different, but there was like too many coins in 2017. Like you didn't know what every fucking coin was in 2017.
Nah, it was not as many coins, bro.
obviously the gap is different.
There's way less coins.
But there is like, isn't there like a no, hear me. Isn't there like there's like a threshold where there's like enough coins and then there's like you cross it and it's like binary. There's too much where you no longer can like mentally. There's too much coins for the liquidity to go around. There's too much for you to mentally be aware of every single coin, and like everything over that threshold is sort of like just like falls under too many coins, or is that retarded?
I mean, I don't think there's too many coins. I think it just makes it hard for new launches to do well that don't have a solid business behind them. Like it's just gonna be more competitive in that way. But I don't think it like makes it not possible for coins to do well in general. I just think you just have to stand out more. But nah, in 2017, I knew like all the fucking Altsum metrics.
Really?
Sure. Like all of them. They were all BTC pairs too, so like wasn't even stable coins and shit.
Hey, you're bullish Bitcoin right now?
Yeah. Like what time frame was saying?
Like a year?
Yeah, super bullish. Yeah, super bullish Bitcoin.
For the first time in my life, my port is my net worth is over 50% BTC. My crypto port.
I think it's
overweight. And Bitcoin, which is nuts.
I think it's
I never even owned a Bitcoin until like a dollar in Bitcoin until like I never owned a dollar in Bitcoin until like 6 months ago.
That's so fire. That's legendary. No, I mean a lot of the COVID crew, like everybody that I met that started crypto during COVID, they didn't even know what Bitcoin was. They're like, "What do you mean we're on Bitcoin? We're on Uniswap. What are you talking about Bitcoin?"
Have you seen this? I'm gonna talk to Udi after you. He keeps telling me about this. This irresponsibly long MSTR com.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Bro, it's like the new CT.
Yeah.
They're nuts.
They're crazy.
No, it's the new crypto Twitter.
Well, I think it low-key makes sense because there's the thing with strategy now is that they're tapping into money that cannot directly buy Bitcoin.
Yes.
And that's like that's the biggest thing that I think people don't realize yet. Like I think it's like fixed income or some weird shit where like they can only buy certain types of like bonds and shit. But then MicroStrategy is selling them these type of bonds, priced on like volatility and shit, and then just using the money to buy Bitcoin. So it's like they're tapping into a lot of. That's why they keep being able to do so much of it, is because the people can't just buy Bitcoin direct, and they're not even trying to bet on like specifically on Bitcoin's upside, but they're trying to bet on the volatility of the stock price.
Do you hold any strategy?
I don't, but I feel like I should.
Dude,
I feel like I should.
Well, Udi messaged me and he was like, dude, he's like, how long have I known you? I'm like, I don't know, 3-4 years. He's like, have I ever told you you're wrong before? And I'm like, I don't know, I guess not. He's like, you're wrong about this ICM stuff. The real play is these Bitcoin like treasury companies. And he's like, there's a new one every single day that goes from like, does like a 10, 20x.
Yeah.
And he's like this.
How do you position for that?
What do you do? It also made me realize, because I went deep in that irresponsibly long calm, and I'm like, all right, these people, like, this is sick. Like, these people are nuts. Yeah. Completely nuts. It has the early formings of like, feels like GameStop. But I can't buy it. Like, I don't have fucking money in a brokerage account. Like, it's like hard I can't get like any size into it. And then I'm like, okay, the equities on chain thing like matters.
We need to get strategy on Hyperliquid.
Those people would bid it, bro.
I need to tweet that right now.
Tweet it right now.
I'll tweet it right now. People would bid that.
No, I would bid it. I'm like ready to bid it. But I was like just the thought of getting like actual size into a brokerage account right now, I'm like, fuck.
It's annoying.
It's so annoying.
I have a Fidelity account, so I use.
Okay. Yeah. But even like Hyperliquid, bro. I can't believe it. That comment I asked you at the beginning when I'm like, should I feel bad about missing the Hyperliquid trade? That was about me, but
sorry, bro.
Oh man. But no, it's they do a podcast called Irresponsibly Long MSTR. I'm gonna try to get them on the stream because they're not crypto guys at all. They're just like Michael Saylor is Jesus and Bitcoin is the only thing that matters. But like I guarantee you they don't know what Hyperliquid is. I guarantee you they don't even know what Salana is. Like it's a completely like it's Bitcoin. That's like what I think most of Bitcoin Vegas was. Is they all like mobbed.
Yeah.
They mobbed Bitcoin Vegas, but I didn't go to.
Was that the biggest like crypto conference ever?
Dude, I think so.
Yeah.
Dude, did you go?
I didn't go.
Dude, I didn't go because I'm like conferences are gay and I'm over this. But like Ross was there, David Sachs was there, Saylor was there.
It was a big one.
It was huge.
It was a big one, yeah.
So I don't know. That's like the only other thing I'm kind of vibe coding and MSTR is like what I think is exciting right now.
I think I'm gonna buy a strategy.
The Bitcoin made an all-time high and it didn't.
Yeah, that was a
which is weird, right? That's bearish.
Yeah, I mean, I think summer's gonna be slow, dude. That's why.
You think so?
That's why when you asked, like, what I was asking, what time frame? I think summer's gonna be slow.
Hey, look, Bitcoin just made an all-time high. It just did it. But this is crazy. This is crazy. What is this? November 24. I don't own it. I don't have $1 in equities. I don't have $1 in stocks.
That's so funny.
Do you have a lot?
I don't have a lot either, bro. Like,
I don't have a single dollar. I don't know. You ever talked to Salem before?
Nah, I never.
You think he's bad for Bitcoin?
No.
But this trend is bad for Bitcoin, probably.
I think. Well, the trend is bad if it doesn't reach escape velocity with other people outside of him. Like, if he's the only person that's like, damn, we need a lot of Bitcoin, then yeah, it's bad. But that's not necessarily something on his I don't think that's his fault. But like one person owning 2% is not good.
It's insane, right?
Yeah, it's not good.
When someone owns 2% of like a shitcoin at a mill, I'm like, damn, dude.
Yeah, he owns 2% of fucking.
Like, can you at least split wallets?
yeah.
Can you split? Bro, you're the GOAT. You got like a final. I'm gonna call Udi, and then I'm gonna come hang out with you after this. You have like a final optimistic outlook for us.
My optimistic outlook, I think that if you assume Bitcoin's going to trend higher, which I think it definitely is, I think that the current situation or the past situation with like the tariffs with China and like how Trump positioned the U.S. against all these other countries in the world makes people wary of having a fuck ton of money in the dollar and like U.S. Treasuries, and a lot of people are going to be trying to get access to like Bitcoin and other ways to hedge against that, like volatility. So I think that the thesis for Bitcoin has never been stronger than it is right now. And if you believe that, then if Bitcoin reprices higher, then obviously there's going to be alts to do really well. So you need to find which of those alts are. And the sentiment on altcoins right now is the worst I've seen in a really, really long time.
It's bad, right?
So that's where you should be researching. I still think AIX crypto is the best sector. And a lot of the companies that are the best in that sector haven't dropped coins yet. So I still think that there's a lot of...
Hey, the last thing, also shout out Phantom Wallet, we love you. The last thing is my entire timeline right now, over the last couple of days, has been just like doom porn about the U.S. debt. And how this is like gonna actually like gonna become a problem. Do you think this is a thing?
I mean,
what do you want? You just want Bitcoin in that?
It's a thing, but like Dalio's been saying this for a while. But the way he does it in like these debt cycles are really long periods, so it could be a problem now, or it could be a problem in 10 years.
It's like aggressive porn.
25.
Doom porn.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, it is.
It's
but that issue is one of the reasons why Bitcoin has done so well the past decade.
Facts.
Like that's one of the reasons why. Like people realize that it's an issue. They just don't know when it's gonna be like a real blow.
The big beautiful bill, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
the
BBB?
Yeah.
Who tweeted the Big Baller Brand? Who tweeted the if Bitcoin doesn't outperform Nvidia in the next 10 years, we like are fucked? I think you retweeted that. You saw that?
I did see that. Yeah.
Who tweeted that? I don't know. It was a good tweet though.
Bro, you know what else we need to buy? We need to buy CoreWeave.
Dude, the one thing Good Alexander said on my calls, he's like, "Have you seen CoreWeave?" I didn't even know what he was fucking talking about.
That's what he said?
Hey, give me a thumbnail pic real quick. Stay here. Just like that. Here we go. Hey, here we go. I'll be on it for like... Stay. I'm really 45 minutes.
Yeah, pull
No, slide. Here we go, bro. Hey, three phones is crazy.
I do have 3, literally.
Thanks for sliding, bro.